Too many people miss that preparatory part in the horse's mind, and the horse's mind is all over the place. It's on somebody that's been petting on it, or you spend a whole bunch of time grooming on it, and then you go out there and go to get on, and the horse's mind is not on you. And that creates issues. It might create a minor issue, like you get on and the horse don't want to steer, it wants to go that way. Or it might create a major issue. Nope, we're not doing no treats. So I got a rule here in the barn that nobody is allowed to touch or pet, especially pet, a horse when they have their work clothes on. When the horse is saddled, horse's mind needs to be on the person doing the saddling. Horse's mind needs to be on the job that's about to be done. When I put a horse in here and we're brushing it, we're getting ready to saddle, no one is allowed to touch the horse except for the person that's saddling. And you're not allowed to pet on the horse when it has its work clothes on. When it has its work clothes on, the horse's mind should be thinking about work. You take the work clothes off, you can pet on them, groom on them as much as you want. That's a rule here in the barn, and I get a lot of people, we got a horse here that we're brushing and saddling up, and somebody will walk in and say, oh, what a pretty horse, and start petting on the horse. Well, that horse's attention goes directly to them and not on the person that's here saddling the horse up. And why that matters is that horse's attention needs to be on that person, because that person is going to take the horse out in the arena and get on or work in whatever kind of way. And that all goes to feel and release. I have talked about that in a couple of videos. And right here, when I am interacting with this horse, I am working on feel. The horse is feeling me. And we're developing this amount of how much pressure I put on. I get in the horse's space, or I'll release the space. And all this right here, even though it seems really, really tiny, is really big when we go to the arena and go to work. And if the horse's mind is up here on somebody that's petting on the horse, and the person saddling, whoever's going to work the horse, usually me or Raven, and you're not developing this feel right here as far as pressure and release, we're going to have issues out there. The horse's mind is not going to be on the person, and the feel, the pressure and release is not going to be as good. Seems really minor. That's something I'm really particular about. When a horse is here in the cross ties and we're saddling, now once you get the horse unsaddled, you can pet on it, brush on it, do whatever you want to do to it at that point. Another thing is when we're saddling up, I just rode her, made some videos, and I'm unsaddling, but when we're saddling up, we'll brush the horse, make sure we get the dirt off and the horse is good to put the saddle on and ride, but we're not going to do a whole bunch of grooming before we ride. I want that horse's mind to be on, hey, we're going to work. Everything keeps progressing forward. Brush the horse, pick out the feet, put the pad on, put the saddle on, girth it up, brush collar if we're riding with a brush collar. Everything is progressing towards going and riding out there. I want that horse's mind focused on that progression. It's getting the horse's mind ready to go out there and do a job. Too many people miss that preparatory part in the horse's mind, and the horse's mind is all over the place. It's on somebody that's been petting on it, or you spend a whole bunch of time grooming on it, and then you go out there and go to get on, and the horse's mind is not on you. And that creates issues. It might create a minor issue, like you get on and the horse don't want to steer, it wants to go that way. Or it might create a major issue. Nope, we're not doing no treats. Or it's going to create a major issue in the fact that the horse is greener, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize we're going to work. I don't like this idea now. So this part in here gets the horse's mind in that correct mindset, in that working mindset, that we're going to go out there and go to work. If you watch many of my Wash Rack Wednesday videos, I'm standing in here talking, and a lot of the horses look really confused, like I'm not sure what's going to go on, and especially when we're saddling, because they know the process here, and because the process is the same, the horse's mind goes in the direction that we're going in. We're saddling, we know, the horse knows that, hey, we're going to get saddled, we're going to go to work. We get unsaddled after the ride, the horse knows, hey, we're going to get unsaddled, I'm done. So keeping that routine, keeping those specific rules really helps the horse's mind be in the right place for what comes next. Little thing that makes a really big deal. So if you got any questions about that, put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. It's not something that I hear a whole lot of people talk about, but it's something I am real picky about here. This is Ray. I've done quite a few videos of her, but I'm going to put a link right here somewhere to my Wash Right Wednesday videos on YouTube. Until next time, thank you for watching. Most of the more specific training videos that talk about how to use your hands, how to use your legs, that kind of thing, I post on Patreon. If you want to look those up, Tim Anderson Horse Training on Patreon. A lot of those real specific horse training videos are there. And every Thursday at 9 o'clock Central Time, I do a live training video. After that is over, I'll take the audio from that and upload it as a podcast on Spotify. So if you're driving and you want to hear the topic of what we're talking about on that Thursday, and hear the questions, because I take a lot of live questions, live training questions, and talk about those. So if you want to try that on Spotify, that's Tim Anderson Horse Training on Spotify.